You want to smell my breath? Ah, I miss you.
Very well can.
Let me play this clip. This is about, we did a whole damn segment on this guy. But I'm curious to know what they're playing here. They put together something here. Let's play it. The guy that was the security guard that was killed at the Tops Theater. What was his name? Aaron Salter Jr.
A grocery store in Buffalo, New York, shooting and killing 10 people and injuring 3 others. Now, among the people who were killed was a guy named Aaron Salters, and this is where things get a bit interesting. Now, what caught my attention about this is that Mr. Salters was just on the news about a month ago explaining an invention he made, which was an engine that runs completely off water, no fuel needed. A completely hydrogen fuel system. And we all know what happened to the last person who decided to come forth with an invention similar to this one.
Possible active shooter at the top. Before Buffalo police rushed to Tops Friendly Market Saturday, there was Aaron Salter, the security guard, killed as he served and protected.
Aaron Salter, 55, retired Buffalo police officer. Loved electric cars.
He built a lab in his garage where he spent countless hours working to develop an engine that could run on water.
It's not running off of gas fuel? No, there's no gas fuel.
I can't tell you how I use it. I do have a patent pending.
A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
If you remember the Buffalo shooting that just happened, make sure you watch until the end. It gets interesting.
Well, anyways, I got a whole segment. It's called Who is Salter Jr., if y'all want to check it out on the page. But what do you think about that, Pat, this little clip right here?
Well, I'm surprised that they're talking about it. Like, this is some stuff that was, when after the shooting happened, like a day or two after the shooting happened, that massacre happened in Buffalo. This was the things that was rumored that why it was not just a random shooting. It was more so a hit on that security guard because of his invention, and the others that happened to got killed in the midst of it were pretty much just I guess a way to make it look like it wasn't a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me play this. This is fun. It says Dr. Umar Johnson gets spotted at the mall with a snow bunny. It's funny. This guy in the middle of the video, it looks like he thinks that the people are filming him. He's like, "What the fuck are y'all filming?" They're filming Dr. Umar talking to this white chick. But you can see he's kind of got a bit of distance from her. He doesn't touch her. He's he's probably not even that close to her. We can't tell at this angle. But it's like, it's still funny though, like, because Dr. Umar is so funny without even trying to be, like, just because of the way he is, you know what I mean? And the stuff that he says. I wish I had a big
the way he repeats stuff.
Yeah, it's just so comical. He be killing me, and I know he don't mean to be funny, and it's just hilarious. I wish I had like a big, like, what do you call them damn things? It's like a stick with a big blow up of his face, cardboard. Pull it out at the right moment. It'll be hilarious. Anyways, let me play this.
You got it? Oh my God, look at it. You got it?
It's really nothing, but it's funny. Let me see what the comments say. It says, this rare Dr. Johnson spotted at Cherry Hill Mall has fans in an uproar. It says, comment at the top or whatever, the ones I can still see right now, it says, damn, after all that hating on Lil Bron. He did talking about LeBron when he was in high school. He went to the prom with the white chick. and his son did the same thing. And I want to say Dr. Umar, I don't follow that stuff like that. I do follow Dr. Umar. No, I don't even think I follow Dr. Umar, but he be popping up on my timeline. He's hilarious to me. So like, I don't really just like, I'm not into it. So I don't know exactly what they're talking about. But on my timeline, I've been seeing him talking about how he was saying something about LeBron. So anyways, that's what this comment said. I don't.
Yeah. I used to follow him. When all these things come out about this, him in the school, it was just like I didn't find it valuable to really follow him like that.
So he's definitely not. He's all about his money. Just we talked about him a bit in I think another segment, and him and what's the other guy? Polite. Both of them are kind of the same. And even though they have good messages and they're not dumbasses, neither one of them. Dr. Umar has he's literally a doctor. He did a scholarship. This dude is not. He's very educated.
No, I don't know. That's one of the shames, and I guess a lot of times, I mean, somebody who's as smart as he is really isn't as
well, he's making money. He's making money just like Polite. That's what I was saying. Both of them are very successful at what they're their deal. They're like the Hotep or the enlightened black community.
Well, I don't think that Umar is a good businessman. You know what I'm saying? Like his value is with his, his smarts, but as far as, because I mean, him wanting to start a school just kind of shows that his he doesn't have the, he's not as responsible as he needs to be.
He's just making money. It's really a scam. A lot of these guys in the Hotep community, they realize they can't really help the community. So they just decided to cash in, bro. Like maybe at some point, Dr. Umar cared and really wanted to help the community. But at this point, I don't see it. And the same thing with Polite. And
well,
what was the other name?
I wouldn't say that Umar doesn't care. I just think that he
cares, but he's not really trying to help, is what I mean. He's not really trying to help. He's cashing in. That's it. Like he's making money. That's it.
Well, I don't know. I guess my view on it is a little bit different because I think that it's more so his inability to, like, if he allowed other people to help him, get the job done. That like, if he focused on like actually just doing the work that he can do, and let other people handle the business part of what he can do, everything will go a lot further. Like I don't think that he's not, like doesn't care about the community, but he's just not that person to really
he
get
all
the
for
business
self. And that's the problem with the community. That's the reason why he won't let nobody else do it, because he all for self. And that's the biggest problem with the community. They're not willing to do no unity. They're not willing to really work with each other. They're not willing to make money together, break bread together. They all want to get rich and shine on everybody. That's basically what they want to do. Now, early on, they maybe wanted to help, like Red Pill and Blue Pill is another example. What's the other guy? All of those names, bro. All of those names from that community fit the same description. Like maybe early on, they really was trying to help the community, but somewhere along the way, maybe they realized they couldn't, or whatever, or they've done enough, or whatever. And somewhere along the way, they just like, man, I'm just gonna cash in off of this. It's their living. You know what I'm saying? They make a living off of this. Basically, that's it. A pretty damn good living too. When you talk about Red Pill, Blue Pill, Dr. Umar, Polite, all those guys are rich.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I think they're yeah, I know a majority of them are. All of them are not, but most of them do have a significant amount of money. They're good, but I don't think it's all scam. You know what I'm saying? Like you offering a community.
I'm harsh on the community because I feel like if you should be putting in your effort to really, if you really care then you can't really cash in at the same time because there's too many
Yes, you
people
can.
around you suffering.
Yes, you can. And
I don't
that's
know.
that. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, there's no reason to do it if you can't cash in. I mean, that's like,
Well, I
that's
think you
like
need to
that's
be able to
1960.
pay your
That's
bills.
nine. That's 1965 thinking. That's like, if you are offering something to somebody, they should, people should be willing to pay for it. And like, okay, maybe everybody can't afford it, but I mean, people, can afford what they want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but you
it's
excluding a huge chunks. If you really cared about the community and you feel like this information is valuable, and the community can benefit from it, and you withholding it from really the majority of the community because
no
most people ain't finna
nobody's
pay for
withhold
it.
nobody's withholding it.
Well, they gotta pay
It's
for
there.
it. They gotta
Yeah.
come to these seminars or whatever the fuck, pay for these
Yep. Sure do.
classes.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're not
And
cheap.
well, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, you pay for what you want. I mean, people go buy Jordans. People go, like they do what they feel what is valuable to them. They'll pay for whatever they feel is valuable to them. And it's up to that individual. If you're willing to, if you see some value somewhere and you're not willing to pay for it, I mean, it's an oxymoron. If you're not willing to pay for it, then you don't really think highly of it.
And I
So
and, and I and I get and I ain't gonna lie, it's hard for me to make this argument that I'm making with you. You really making it hard because I really agree because like you're not even gonna appreciate it if you don't pay for it. Like you have to want it. You have to put forth some kind of effort or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's simple as that. Like if somebody gave it to you for free, you're just gonna throw it away. You're not gonna see value in it.
mm-mm.
It's very
No, you, you
sad.
you 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 give it a totally different reverence when like, what? I want to know more. I want to see more. I want to whatever. So you take your time. You pay for whatever it is. Whether it's a class or a product. I mean, whatever it is, you're gonna dig in your pockets because you find value. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, you don't care enough about it to spend your
Yeah, and a
money
lot of
for it.
people don't value education. They don't value classes. They don't value like learning shit,
Yeah, and
developing
I
skills.
and I I find I, I can't really pinpoint it with you, but I mean for some people, it's they'll hate on the information or whatever it is that a person is doing because they're charging instead of understanding the fact that okay, this is valuable. Like they can't see past what they're charging for, but that's also in the same term seeing not seeing it as valuable. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's subconscious.
yeah. I My overall argument of them cashing in is really my argument. But as far as people paying for what, I can't even argue with that shit.
Yeah, man.
I can't even argue with that. People got to put forth effort to get anything. Nothing is worth what they say. Everything worthwhile is worth working for.
Hmm.
And it's always an exchange. Like they say, pay attention. Damn it, I need
That's
to write that down because maybe we'll just go straight into that because I wanted to do some etymology stuff anyways. Um, but maybe we just jump right into it. I was gonna work my way around it, but because pay attention, right? You have to put that energy right into paying attention. Like you're paying something, you're giving something up to be able to take in the information. You have to pay attention. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
well, and I'm gonna tell you, like I've heard other people, somebody go through that spiel, and the way he broke it down was so like. As a matter of fact, it's if some people might say green pill, but it's actually red and blue pill's brother, KT the Arch Degree, where he was talking about okay, pay attention. You're paying attentive ions, and paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like the how he broke down the ions, what those were, that's the energy.
Right. So
You
it's
know what I'm saying?
costing you time, it's costing you energy, it's costing you effort to
Yes.
pay attention.
Yeah.
And you
And like
gotta
that's probably one of the most valuable things that you can pay with is your attention. Like giving your time to something.
so it's a currency that it's a transfer. It's a currency transfer that's happening. For you
Hmm.
to receive the information, you gotta pay attention. So you're giving your attention so that you can receive this information. There's no other way.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a true exchange, an
Um,
honest exchange at that.
and these are the laws of the universe, and that's what people need to freaking like pay attention to, so that they can know what the hell to do in their life for real. Like these, like we were saying before in the other show, these are the laws. Like the laws of the universe can't be broken. Like you can't cheat these, bro. Like people like to go through life and cheating and lying and like what they call it, finessing. You know what I'm saying? You can't finesse the laws of the universe, bro.
You can't finesse the universe, period. With the laws, and at no point can you. I mean, you can try. I mean, I guess people have tried, but one way or another,
It's not gonna
because I
work out for
mean,
you. You might
yeah, because
think
I
it's
mean,
working out, but it's an
because
illusion that you having.
because the thing about it is, let's just say you succeed, karma
It's
is
coming
still a
around.
law. Yeah, it's still a law of the universe, and of course, it's good, and there's also bad karma. So, I mean, depending on how your intentions when you are you know making your moves is based on how you're gonna receive your karma.
And the way I like to say it is everybody pays. Everybody pays. It doesn't matter if you're at the top of the heap or the bottom of the heap. Everybody pays. Like whether you think you're winning or not, you still have to pay. The universe don't care. Everybody have to pay. It don't matter what spot you take up. Like you know, you think that you're like, let's say you're aristocracy. You're a freaking part of the
A-
1%.
Aristocrat.
Yeah. And you're a part of the 1% or the 2%, and you really feel like you winning. The universe don't care, bro. You gotta pay. There's a penalty for being in that position. You know what I'm saying? That you have to pay. And now you don't have to have asked for it either. Like your parents or whatever could have put you here. But for you to maintain that or to be there, you gotta pay.
Hmm.
Everybody
Totally agree.
pays.
Yeah, one way or the other.
What's up, Brendan?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Oh, sorry. What's up, guys? My bad, bro. I'm just leaving an old bar that I used to go to in my college days. I didn't drink though. I was just checking it out.
Well, you look good, Brendan. You look good. You look healthy. You've been eating. How's the vegan diet going?
You know,
He's not a vegan anymore.
I'm not anymore because it's just,
New information continues to come out, and when you realize that vegans these days are probably the most, are the
Not
probably the most
healthy.
the unhealthiest people.
yeah, I felt like I was just getting way too much mental like activity. I needed to like be normal.
Okay. Well, I can get that because sometimes you get pure. You start tapping into the universe, and you got all this stuff coming in. It could be
It
scary.
it kind of scared me, overwhelmed me.
Hmm.
Because it's like you think about the homeless people, people that are out there on the corner all the time or whatever, people that really live like literally out there. They're in the sun all the time. They're getting charged up. You know what I'm saying? And then we look at them and we're like, they're crazy. They're charged up by the sun and shit. They're more closer to nature and shit.
Yeah, the sun does give you energy.
Which I need more of.
Dude, me too. It's just too easy to lay in bed these days.
Sleep during the day, run around at night. The moon gives us energy too, though. But
No,
Pat don't like the moon energy.
It's a different kind of energy.
yeah, it's an emotional energy. Like it's.
I heard it's good for creativity, but to be honest, I need to tone down my creativity too.
Well, I think I mean, everything can be used for good or bad, and you just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Really, how you interact with those different energies. That's the part that because it's not that I think that, like, the moon energy is bad. It's just that it's volatile. You know, it changes. It can be erratic. You know what I'm saying? And if you're just really not careful, what kind of energy you're dealing with day in, day out, if you're not really understanding what it is that you're allowing into your space, you might get something that you wasn't looking for.
All power is dangerous. A knife is dangerous. And what's more powerful than the sun? What's more dangerous than the sun? The direct
Well,
sunlight.
you got to think about the overall energy. Yeah, a lot of it, there's a an abundance of energy that comes from the sun, but the radiation from it, I mean, of course, you're getting too much of it can
Guys, it's ironic. I gotta tell you about this story that happened to me. I got sunburned so bad that it developed into this thing called Hell's Itch. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but dude, it's like 1,000 ants like biting you for 2 days straight all over your body. I had to go to the hospital. I was like, I can't take it. But it's also called suicide itch. Like, people have committed suicide having it. It's fucked up.
Damn.
I got so scorched. The sun's no joke, dude. Like, all my time in Houston, I didn't get that. So I don't know why I would get that here in Michigan.
It's probably because of our smog, bro. We got terrible air quality, and it's fucking that. It's actually good for blocking out the sun direct rays. So we hardly get direct rays unless it's been windy here. You know what I'm saying? Then we have that humidity, which is also another thing that dissipates and spreads those light rays. So yeah, you probably getting more direct sunlight up there because the air is cleaner.
Yeah, bro. It's intense. It's just as humid though some days.
in Michigan.
Oh yeah, the humidity
but,
from the
but I don't know. Like they said,
Great
they have them old factories that used to be there, like it's smog and shit. But then you got the wind coming off the lake, so I can only imagine that whatever smog is there couldn't hang out because the wind blowing off the lake. Even right throughout the year, the wind blows. I know it does in the wintertime, right?
Yeah, it does. It's weird because the wind flow always shoots up from Houston to Michigan. It's like,
okay,
and it's like, if you watch the weather, like, you'll see the patterns. But it goes west to east, and then it goes north, and then it goes east, northeast. But somehow Kalamazoo's been dodging all the Michigan. That's where I live, Kalamazoo, Michigan. But it's been dodging all the severe weather. I heard Texas has been getting smashed with some severe weather.
Well, I haven't seen any severe weather really. I mean, but everything is more intense though. It's the weather change. Everything is more intense. So whenever it's a rainstorm or whenever it's whatever, it's always a little more hardcore. I ran
like
into one of your friends, bro. Because I changed my job, man. Don't say the name of the restaurant. I don't want everybody in the world to know where the hell I work at. Somebody might not like what I say on the show.
No, yeah, I feel that.
But anyways,
congratulations on making the switch.
Yeah, so the chick named Stacy, Yeah, we was chopping it up at
Stacy or Tracy?
Tracy. My bad, Tracy.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Tracy?
Yes, you used to live with her.
Bro, for a week, and then she's like, my boyfriend's gonna kill you if you're here, and she robbed me. $350. I
Well,
paid her
don't
bill.
don't tell no private information, bro. Like,
Well,
I
she
just
didn't
want
rob
to.
me, but it was just like, let me roll this window up. It was just, I don't know. Tracy, I wish the best for her. You know, we all going through stuff. I appreciate her taking me in for that week, though. But it was supposed to be a lot longer, so I helped her pay rent. And then she got back together with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
I've
life.
heard that scam before.
Yeah, life happens. Life comes at you fast, like like the commercial. You just gotta roll with the punches when it comes to that kind of shit.
But then her best friend let me crash, and then I went back to the hotels. So it all worked out. Just not how I thought it would.
Anyways, I'm like, my brain is going, and I want to ask you questions, but they're all private, so I don't want to share. But yeah. So we was talking about the etymology of words yesterday, and we was talking about the etymology of religion. Like, we talked about blessed, anointed, blasphemy, crucifix. What do you think about those words that I just said? What do they make you think of? And have you ever looked up what those words mean?
Yeah. I like blessed. Anointed is like you were called upon and leveled up like if you're talking about Allah or God or whatever you want to call it, like you're anointed by God.
Yeah, that's the popular.
Anointed was what was
It's oiled up.
yeah, you get
It's like a ritual of oil.
Well, the definition of it is to be oiled.
I think they do oil you, put a cross on your forehead.
So, but what do you think about crucifix? What is that word? What do you like when you think of crucifix?
I think it's like a cross that spells away demons. I could be wrong. I could be wrong though.
Well, tell me more. What do you mean?
It's like a crucifix would be a cross that protects you from demons.
In the movies, they use the cross, and then the vampire can't look at the cross, right? And he's like.
Yeah, man.
It's hard for them to see, and then if of course, the whole silver thing, but I don't know. It's you go ahead, y'all discuss this because we had that conversation last night. So
yeah, we already talked about crucifix pretty heavily, but I just wanted to hear what Brendan had to say about it. And then the idea about the vampire is interesting, right? Because I feel like the vampire is the other, right? So and then the thing is with the druids and the idea of having Christ, the image of him like dying and dead and bleeding on the cross, and you got it around your neck. And then so the people that really cared about Jesus or whatever, the people who embraced Christ energy, and so you walk around and you have this on your neck, and then you put it in their face, like, look at him, look what we did to your dude. And so the people will be like, they'll be like, I don't want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? It hurts. So y'all get the like
because
opposite
because because the
analogy.
part well because the part was like because the part of the conversation last night was that when you really look at them putting him on like the cross and then having a necklace made with the cross, and even some of them having a body the body of Christ on a cross on your necklace, the symbolism, if you compared it to these days of what the cross was, is just like having an electric chair hanging from
Yeah, it's like
your.
having a fucking guillotine around your neck.
Exactly. That was one of my the thoughts too. Like the guillotine, one of the ways that they kill people, and it's like symbol, like hey,
So
almost like
it could be a mockery. Like, look what we did.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? In the case of when it's him on the cross and he's all bleeding and shit. Like, come on. And so like you're not if you embrace Christ's energy, why would you want to see that image?
Yeah, you should wear the fish.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, that's almost like celebrating his death instead of celebrating his life. You know what I'm saying?
Shit's so twisted with that. We're not allowed to see the forbidden like scripts. Like, there's the story of the twin. There's the story of
All of that
you know.
is all of that is the stars, bro. Same thing with the fish. So, and it's not hidden, and that's what be kind of be bothering me a bit because a lot of people be saying stuff like that, and really, a Google search can fucking answer all them questions, bro. People don't take the
Well,
time to do it.
what you talking about, Pisces?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, to me, it just makes so much sense when I learned the esoteric understandings of the Bible, because, you know, a lot of the things, like, okay, saying that they fed the multitudes, thousands of people with two fish, and they said, I guess they said some bread or whatever it was, but feeding thousands of people two fish, that's under, teaching people under the ideals of like during the age of Pisces, the Bible, in which what you know they fed people knowledge. It wasn't food, it was feeding the knowledge of the Piscean age, though.
Yeah,
That
and then
that
if you understand that,
we're in Aquarius now.
right, we're moving into Aquarius. So
I'm Aquarius.
if you understand the precession of the equinox, and then before you got the bull, all of that stuff will make a lot more sense. You know, what was it? Abraham, he blew what they say, they slayed the bull. I can't remember, bro. All them stories is just mixed up in my head. Because if you understand the precession of the equinox, you understand, how it kind of goes backwards in the sky from our
mhm.
perspective. Then you understand what they're talking about. And then it's like the whatever the number of years, I want to say 26,000 years, the solar cycle. You know what I'm saying? You understand those things, then you understand what they're talking about. It's it's
Yeah.
that. It is that.
It's crazy. I was told that the Mayans are the ones that did the stars. That figured that out.
Well, they
Well,
had a real accurate calendar.
it was way before the Mayans. It was the
Yeah,
same people, but it was the Olmec, or if you want to say the Olmec, the She people, the
but but you can go back to fucking the oldest ones that we have written down. What do they call it? Mesopotamia. That's the first that they recognize as, because they got written stuff from them, and they had a accurate as
what
calendar.
what
So
what area is that from? Of
uh
Mesopotamia? Is that
that's
Africa?
yeah, like the Middle Eastern area.
Well, yeah, but I mean, all of that stuff came from us originally. The all the stories were told in reverse, like things that they saying that we got from them, they actually got from us. And
Yeah, well,
the oldest codexes are here in Mexico.
the thing is, history gets lost to time because time is so long, you know. And then, like I be saying before, it's like it's hard for us to understand like deep time. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to get our brain around that. But I'm talking
Some of
about
us.
I'm talking about the evidence that they have civilized, because it has the writing. So the things the further you go back, it's harder to find anything written down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they go by for this.
Well,
But they had a
there's
really
a lot
good
of
calendar. Go
there's a
ahead.
lot of things there's a lot of things that has really been, you know, held to. Because I mean, can I say that everything that was written was, saved
Hold on, my buddy.
properly?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on.
No, I can't. But
Oh, sorry.
I know
Gabe.
that
Yo,
there's a lot
Gabe.
of things that gives proof that, you know, the oldest civilizations are here on this continent. But a mix, between, because the Americas, it was one continent that really, I guess, really it's one because it's still connected, between Mexico and South America. So, but either way, there's evidence there. There's calendars that goes back octillion years. Like, you know how many zeros that is? Like, way back, and they're the ones that created the whole image of time. Be, the being able to calculate time accurately and making, creating these pyramids that lined up. What's the how do I end up forgetting the terminology that they use for the prime meridian? It all began here, and as they move across the planet, different places, that's where they would make that. They would recalculate it based on that being the home base for them at that moment in time. Because I mean, even in the same people that was in Egypt are the same people that was here, but they moved across the planet during different you know
Migrations. People move back and forth. So, but I don't think that you can ascribe any of that to any people's. Like, you can't go and be like, these were the people who started it, because like I say, it's hard to understand deep time, and you got smaller groups, and these, I'm sure, like, people are smart. Like, you probably had a random ass group, like a family, that fucking was able to figure this shit out and had their own fucking calendar. God knows how long ago.
but when you understand the migrations, you see that it is the same people. I mean, that's the part. Like, when you it's not assumption. It's calculated. It's, based on all, like, the times, like, everything comes together.
Well,
And,
all the people are the same people. If you look at it, but when you move around, when we move around, we grow and we change, we evolve. Like, our languages change, the way the things we eat change. Like, because of our environment, we might decide to eat a bunch of fish and shit. We change. We might move up into a really cold area, and we change.
I get it. But how does that stop? Like, based calculating, because whether there was people left behind, the people who migrated or whatever and learned those systems and was able to pass that information on for someone else to be able, more people that might have existed in an area already, but that knowledge that you're bringing from one place into another makes you a superior people, and you were the ones who they uplifted, because it's like, wait a minute, no, y'all, you something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess you're just, I don't know, like, you when you read the same, some of the stuff that I have, then maybe you'll be able to see it the way I do. But
Yeah.
and I guess that would be vice versa. Maybe I would see it differently, but I know based on what I have seen, and because honestly, I really wish I could buy this book and give it to you. It's a $400 book, but it will explain to you a lot of different things that I don't think you have opened your mind to just yet, and don't really believe because you haven't seen it. You're still exposed to what the university is exposing to you.
Yeah. I've done a lot of reading on my own though. Let me read this. Is hold on, let me share it. Give me a second. This is back to the etymology, and I typed in attention earlier. Okay, attention. Late 14th century, a giving heed, active direction of the mind upon some object or topic, from Old French attention, and directly from Latin attentionem, non, nominative attentio, attention, attentiveness, noun of action from past participle, stem of attendere, giving heed to, literally to stretch toward, from add to ward. Okay. The root tend to stretch. It says rare in English before 17th century, meaning consideration, observant care, is from 1741. That of civility, courtesy is from 1752, meaning power of mental concentration is from 1871. It is used with a remarkable diversity of verb, pay, gather, attract, draw, call, etc. As a military cautionary word before giving a command, it is attested from 1792. Attention span is from 1903. Earlier span of attention, 1892. So wait, I'm getting feedback. Do you have the wait? I think it stopped. What was I gonna say? Pay attention. That's what it was. Like, okay, yeah. I'm still getting some kind of feedback, I think.
Yeah, that's Brendan.
I'm sorry.
If you don't mind, can you mind muting?
Till you get it right. What's I
Yeah.
gonna say? Attention. To pay attention, right? So what did they say? Giving heed, attractive, what did it say? Active direction of mind. Active direction of mind upon some object or topic. So yeah, let me. I want to post this in the. Hold on, let me see.
And you looked up attention.
Yeah, I'll post it in the comments. A giving heed, active direction of the mind upon some object.
Mm-hmm. That's a good definition.
Or topic. And yeah, so giving heed, active direction of mind. So it's like your mind, right? We talk about universe's mind, and everything is created in your mind. So for you to like, you gotta give. It says a giving heed, active direction of the mind upon some object or topic. So it's like you're directing your mind upon an object or topic, and that's how you.
You're directing energy because that you know the attent. Let's see. Can we break it down to that?
Go ahead. What you were saying? Attent.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the root of the. Let's see.
Yeah.
Attent. I guess that's late 15th century. It says attentive. Attendere. Give heed to. As a noun, intention, aim. From Old French, attent, act of attending. From, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, attent. That is it still give heed to or attend. See, it says also see attend. Let's see.
Yeah, look up attend. I'm gonna do pay because it popped up on my thing when I did pay attention. It says satisfaction, liking, reward. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Attend, be subject to, obsolete, direct one's mind or energies. From Old French, attendre, to expect, wait, or pay attention. And directly from Latin, attendere, give heed to, literally to stretch toward, from, add to, towards. From pi root 10 to stretch. To notion is of stretching one's mind towards something.
Yeah. Yeah. So read that first line again. It was to the mind. What did it say? Mental.
Be subject to. The first, and it's in quotes. Be subject to, and then in quote, and then parentheses as obsolete, and then in quotations, direct one's mind or energies.
That's it.
Yeah, bro. You can do that. It takes a lot of self-control, but there's also, it's hard as hell when you're possibly being swayed some way that isn't real.
Yeah. So direct one minds or energies, and it's like everything is trying to distract you, right? They say everything is a distraction. TV, the video games, the Matrix, the taking the blue pill.
Which one's the pill that puts you back to sleep?
The blue pill.
That's the one I took.
News networks are not even getting clicks like that. So this shows like there's an opportunity for this, what we're doing here on this show.
So I really enjoyed seeing you be confident in your perspective. And I think that you have a lot to say, especially when I saw a lot about social issues and politics. And I will be honest, like I'm not as well versed as I probably should be. But I really appreciated being able to learn from your content. I think a lot of people, and also have a different perspective. So I think a lot of people, it's kind of like an echo chamber. They like what they like hearing, what they like hearing. And so I'm very much a person who I love seeing both sides. I love getting different perspectives. I love getting different opinions. So I really enjoyed being able to learn things from you.
Yeah, man. That's hot shit right there, man. So we want you to be an activist, and don't take our word for it. Look that shit up. Pulley.